Hello, hello, hello. We are live. Just making sure everything is good everywhere. Let me just go over to the group as well and hit go live on there. Hopefully you are all well and looking good. Great show lined up for you today. Let me know in the comment section where you're watching from, and an absolutely welcome to Be.Live. We're talking about solo streaming, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm streaming solo. So let me just check everything here, make sure we've got the audio. Let me know if you can hear me okay. And like I said, let me know where you are watching from. It's always good to know these things. There we go. Let me just... There we go. All is good. I always like to double check. What was it? Check, measure twice, cut once. There we go. So we've got a great show lined up for you today. We're talking about solo streaming and some of the stuff that you can do to really engage with your audience, which I think is so important. Now, before we do anything, I would just like you to, we are using Be.Live. So if you are not a Be.Live already, then do click the link in the comment section and you can sign up to Be.Live. It's a great streaming platform, especially like me, if you are a solopreneur and you want a production level stream to make your business look good. Then this is what you need to use. We're going to be showing you some of the benefits, some of the tools that Be.Live has, and how you can really kind of use that to grow your audience as well. So we'll be touching on branding your stream, all sorts of stuff, using agendas, engaging your audience, just about everything. So I'm really excited for it. And we've got a couple of different things I don't use often, so I'm going to be a bit clumsy. Talk about going live. The moment, just as I was about to hit live a second ago, my background fell off its clip and fell down. The reasoning behind that will become clear in a moment, but I was messing around with some camera angles. But as with the joy of going live, everything is good. Lala's in the comment section as well, listening to you whilst working. There we go. Absolutely. Listen whilst you work. That's one of the great things about podcasting, by the way. I'm a big fan of podcasting. I love live streaming as well, but listening to podcast whilst I'm at the gym, whilst I'm getting some stuff done, is a really great thing to do. And speaking of listening to podcasts, let me just show you that. Check out Be.Live's latest blog on kind of creative and engaging questions that you can ask whilst you're a guest on a podcast. There we go, podcast interview. Susie Bowers, hello. How are you, Susie? Hopefully you are well. Are you streaming, and where are you abouts in the world? We're going to see who comes back, who's the furthest away there as well. Jim says, measure once, cut several times. Jim, absolutely. That is an absolute fact. For those, Jim Keller, fantastic live streamer. We've also got Dan and Goyette in the Be.Livers group as well. Dan, loving the stuff that you're doing as well. And now, guys, if you are a live streamer and you do have a show, then pop a link to your show in the comment section as well. It's always interesting to see that. Susie, you do a stream Wednesdays on Facebook. Wednesdays is a good... I like streaming on Wednesday. I do 2 streams on a Wednesday for different markets that I'm in. I wonder if there is a perfect day for streaming. It'll be interesting to hear from you guys. What day do you stream, and what do you think is the best there as well? So yes, let's get into the show. By the way, during this show, it is live. So if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, now's the time to do it. Not only am I here just kind of doing this show, but there will be people in the comment section as well, experts when it comes to Be.Live and live streaming. But yes, do check out Be.Live's latest blog on kind of podcast interview questions. And even if you're not podcasting, if you're doing a live stream, these are really great questions to know if you have guests on your show as well. Oh, Lala says Tuesdays and Thursdays work best. Absolutely. Tuesdays is a good day. You know, what do they call Wednesday's a hump day. Thursday for me is like we're on the countdown to the weekend then. So I have a nice stream with Jim and a couple of us on Thursdays, as well as this one as well. Sandra Grace is in the house. We have royalty here right now. Sandra Grace is an amazing coach. So yeah, great to have you here, Sandra. And yeah, we're going to talk about live streaming and solo streaming essentials. One of the things that I love about Be.Live is it means I can put out a production level show, but behind the scenes, there's all sorts of kind of craziness going on. But the tools that Be.Live has, it enables me to kind of look more professional than probably what I am. So I can bring up stuff like the crawlers on the bottom there, and different bits and bobs on screen, but we'll be going into that as well. But do let me know what's your favorite feature. And I know some of you will know what the snake is. I will put the snake on at some point. The snake is a really great tool, which we'll touch in a minute, on kind of engagement farming, how to get the most out of that. But yeah, we're not going to spoil the whole show with it. We're just going to have it as a little bit just to kind of show you how cool that is. I love it. I get dead competitive with it, but it gamifies that engagement with your audience. So getting into today's show, we're going to be talking about a brief overview of live streaming and what we can be looking at here as well. We'll talk about branding your stream. For those of us that are professionals that run a business, we want to be able to make sure that our branding is out there visually on screen, so that everything matches, everything ties in with our message as well as our brand to make it truly. And you'll see, look, everything that I'm going to talk about in this show, I'm going to be using in this show as well. So we've got an overlay here. We've got a logo in the corner for Be.Live there as well. That's the really cool thing. And these can all be changed at the drop of a hat. Let me just change one of these for you right now, just to kind of make stuff more interesting and challenging for myself. There we go. So if I just wanted to change that for a different show, I can just pop that on there. Different show, different show, different show. Today's show as well. And again, look at this. It's Solo Streaming Essentials with Grant Saunders, which is what today's show is. What makes it interesting with this is because it's so easy to brand your show up, it means you can really, really develop your show, and each show becomes more and more creative than the ones before. And that's live stream is a great way of sharing that creativity there as well. Love it. Absolutely. That's exactly what this is, Lala. It's a great thing. Now, did you see that as well, guys? Hands-free, the comments appearing at the bottom of the screen. One of the things with Be.Live is there is comment assistance. So any positive comments automatically appear on the bottom of the screen. But I have a choice within that. I can dismiss the comment if I want to, or I can go over into the comment section on the right side and add that to the screen. So that's one of the great features. Brilliant. Susie, here's one of my shows, California Hypnosis Center. I love how the hypnosis and coaching world is really embracing live streaming. It's one of the best ways of reaching out to your audience and building that connection, building rapport with those people. So let's get into it. Branding your solo stream. Look at that. Pops up on the bottom of there. One of the great features with Be.Live is the agenda. The good thing is with that agenda, it enables you to kind of stay on track of everything you're going to be talking about. Quick on the branding thing as well, before we move on. Not only can you set up the overlays, your logo in the top corner here as well, the colors and theme of your whole show, even down to the style of the stuff that appears on the bottom. So let me show you a comment here. Whose comment can we put up? Let's put up Lala's comment. There we go. You've got this one, but you can change those brandings. You can change those colors, and you can even change the theme. So if you wanted something a bit more simple, you can just click that. And again, I'm doing this whilst I'm in the middle of the stream. If we have a different color, I'm not going to change colors, it's going to change everything, but you can change it to any colors that you want, which really does help with your brand. So yeah, that's about the branding. You can also set up intro videos, all of that, which is exactly what we're doing in this show as well. So let me just come out of there. So yeah, that is branding of your stream. For those of you that are coaches, you'll know the importance of the brand. It's not just your logo. It's how you present yourself online, how you look, your studio, but most importantly, your colors, your branding, all of that is easily put on screen. And again, this is just me. I don't have a production crew behind me. I'd love a production crew behind me. Imagine how good we could make the show if that happened. But this is all solo streaming, so it can be done right here from your computer, anywhere in the world, which is brilliant. And again, so that's your branding, and we know how important branding is. So the agenda is such a cool feature on Be.Live. It's on the right-hand side of the screen here. Let me just change that branding back to highlight. I like the classic here. There we go. The agenda is a great way of keeping you on track. Not only that, I've got a little video that I'm going to show you in a second as well about that, but not only does it keep you on track, what it also does, let me just bring some stuff up here. Look at that. Use an agenda for a smooth flow. Not only does it keep you on track, like me, I go off on a tangent sometimes, and especially when we're live, because sometimes you can get a really important question or comment that takes you on that direction that your audience wants to go on. That's important for a few reasons, because the joys of being live is it's a two-way communication. So if your clients, your audience has a question, they can ask you whilst you're live, and then you can take your show in that direction and really cater it to them as well. So that's really important, I think. The good thing with the agenda as well on Be Live is underneath it, you have a notes section. I'm going to show you a little video about that in a second. But on that notes section, it shows you kind of an area where you can put in your notes, like a little mini teleprompter. So as I'm talking to you here, I can look on the right-hand side of my screen, I can see the title, and underneath it, I can see the benefits of having an agenda teleprompter during a live stream, step-by-step guide for setting this up. That's as simple as it is. It means I don't have to have pieces of paper sellotaped to all sorts of stuff around my studio or my office. I don't need to keep looking too far away from the screen to see what's going on or clicking between screens. It's just there right on my screen, right in front of me. And I've got all my show notes there as well to help me stay on point. So let me know if you think that would be a great feature for you. For me, because I'm so scatterbrained sometimes, I need that. And having a guide of what I'm going to talk about on that particular section helps as well. So let me bring up this on screen as well now. So let me just show you how simple it is to kind of set up that agenda item. You can see it's there on the right-hand side, but watch this. This is a new list, so you can create different lists for different shows as well. And so, yeah, again, it helps you when you have multiple shows. You can also have different templates within Be.Live for your different shows as well. So here we go. You've got there, you can see what says title or crawler. So that means a title is just as it comes up on the bottom, and a crawler is the text ticker that goes across the bottom as well. You can keep adding multiple things. And again, you can put call to actions in here as well, which really does help, again, engage your audience and give them, what to do. And look, there we go. We're just adding notes underneath this section there as well. And all of these things just make your life simpler. It keeps you on track as you go down your agenda. And again, those notes act as a teleprompter. And you should see the state of my notes. They are all over the place. But in my mind, they help me know exactly what I'm going to be talking about. And there we go. The trawler one lets you put in longer, larger messages. I really like these for like the beginning of a show to welcome people and kind of do all that type of stuff. And again, creating multiple lists. Do you think that that is useful, helpful? I do. I actually think that, again, there's your title coming up there. But if I wanted to change that, I can literally go in, edit it whilst I'm live, turn that into a crawler to come across the bottom of the screen like that. And again, this is a great way of engaging your audience. So yeah, so during this show, we'll be talking about the various different features that Be.Live has to help you as a solo streamer. The agenda item is one of my favorites because it does just help you stay on track. You got to remember your audience's time, their attention is very, very valuable. You don't want them to be investing in your time to be on the stream and you're kind of wasting that. So staying on point is really, really important. If during this stream I say something that you think is important or relevant or there's any value, then obviously I would love you to kind of, put in applause emoji or some kind of thing in the comment section just to let me know that you're finding value during this stream as well. And don't forget, like I have said, a great feature of Be.Live as well is the ability to add the coach like shop links. What this means is you can bring an image up on screen and it can bring a link to wherever you want to send them as well. So for the coaches that are watching, or if the businesses, or if you've got an online course that you're promoting or anything like that, it's really good to do that. And again, I can just pop that up on screen like this, and you'll find as I've done that, a link will appear in the comment section, which will send you over to this particular link, sends you to sign up to join Be.Live, so you can be a Be.Live streamer too. So that is a great feature. And again, for those of you that are coaches, again, having that ability to send them to a purchase link, a download link, or any of those things helps them kind of, make that buying decision there and then whilst they're excited, whilst they're on the stream with you as well. There we go. What we got else here? There we go. Let's bring up this audience engagement. This is what we're talking about right now. So guys, I want you to do me a favor right now. I'm going to bring the snake up on screen. I want you to get in the comment section. I want you to drop lots of comments, and I want you to see how this works and how we can kind of gamify those comments as well. I'm also going to show you just for a few minutes the tip jar. The tip jar is one of my favorite kind of things that's going on at the moment. This is where when people comment, their name gets put into a little tip jar and you can pick a winner. These are all great ways of increasing your audience's engagement. And again, the titles, the crawlers, all of these things help do that. They say, whoever they are, they say that every kind of 8 or 10 seconds, something needs to be happening on screen. a change, a crawler, a title, an image swap, all of these things, when people are scrolling through their social media, you want to find a way to grab them and pull them in and engage with them. So they're watching on mute to start with, or however they're watching, you want to make them go, oh, this looks interesting. How can I get involved in that? And so, yeah, let's get going on here. Audience engagement is so great. I want people to be more engaged and be able to read their comment. Susie, do you want to know what's great about this as well? As a hypnotist, you'll know this. It's also, it plays with people's egos a little bit, because you get to see your name, your profile picture appear on screen as well. It also means if you're a business page, it's a great way of having your logo there and promoting your brand as well. But Susie, let me show you this as well. I love this. It's one of my favorite widgets. This is the snake. There we go. So we're going to pop that. Susie, look at that. You're already at the head of the snake. How cool is that? And what you'll see there is every time somebody comments, and someone's going to do it in a second, every time somebody comments, it puts them, it's just happened there. Lala is now at the head of the snake. She's now, I don't want to say it, she's winning. Susie, ball's in your court. So it gamifies that. So it really increases that engagement. And what does that engagement do? Susie, there you go. You're back at the head of the snake. This was one of my favorite features. And when this first came out, I was on people's streams constantly trying to stay at the head of that snake. I made it like a goal that when the stream finishes, I wanted to be at the head of the snake. This is really great because what it does is by gamifying the engagement, it also increases those comments, it increases those likes, it increases all of those things, which then sends a massive message out to the algorithms. So then it makes your content more relevant. More people are putting genuine comments in there, and it really works the algorithm, which lets people know, that they can engage as well. So yeah, and again, Susie, like you'll see, when you're a solo streamer, you got all sorts of stuff going on. That auto comment assist brings the comments up automatically if you want it to as well. That for me is a great feature when you're kind of streaming by yourself. So yeah, so that's the snake. That's one of my favorite things. And let me just kind of show you the other one, which I absolutely love. Let's just get rid of the snake now for a second. And this one is the lottery jar. Now this is a great, I love this. Again, it's a fairly new-ish feature. And again, if you're doing some kind of giveaway, if you're offering a, something special, if you've got a course coming up or anything like that, if you make a comment, your name's going to pop in that tip jar. So if we just kind of go through that process for the next couple of minutes, and then we will pick a winner. Now, this is great for, like I say, for those prizes, for those special announcements or anything like that. It works really well. I love it. It's a great feature as well. And again, it's gamifying that engagement, which again sends the message out to the algorithm. But most importantly, it's helping you build rapport, a genuine connection with your audience. There we go. Already 2 comments. Susie Bowers and Sandra Grace says, love this. There we go. Oh, there we go. Aren't they just? You've got the right word there. It's about fun. If you can make because let's be honest, we've all seen, people, especially some coaches, they go online, they've got their computer on their thing and the laptop's looking up the nose, and it's just beige. We don't like beige. We want it to be, your stream should be showcasing your personality, and that's exactly what we're doing here. So there we go. These features are a lot of fun. And again, every new comment, every new person will appear in there as well. And look at you guys making friends in the comment section as well. That's exactly what we love. And guys, for those of you, I know, Sandra, you're going to be at Hypno Thoughts in Vegas. I'll be talking exactly about this live streaming at Hypno Thoughts as well. So it'd be great to see you guys there. So yeah, the good thing with the tip jar is you can also make it so it's only when people comment certain words that they go in the tip jar. So that is great again for that kind of, say this if you want information on my upcoming program, or to download my new product, or this, etc., etc. I interviewed Sandra on my show a few years ago. Isn't she a great guest? Isn't she a great guest? The work that Sandra does is phenomenal, and the way that she enables other businesses to really grow is fantastic. I'm a big fan of Sandra. She is awesome. And Susie, you're awesome too. Everybody's awesome. They are today. So that's engaging your audience. Other things you can do to engage your audience is, again, it's adding a little bit more production. Oh, should we pick a winner? It's up to you guys. Shall we pick a winner? If you say so, it's live. So if you say it's time to pick a winner, then we're going to pick a winner, and then we're going to move on to the next part of our agenda, which is, again, it's a little bit more interesting. We're going to tweak around some new features. Everybody's awesome. I love it. Wasn't that from a movie? It's from a song, and I'm not going to sing it. I nearly did then. That's going to become an earworm. There we go. Sandra Grace says it is time. So if Sandra says yes, it is definitely yes. So there we go. Let's pick that winner now. Drum roll. And the winner is Sandra Grace. There we go. Congrats, Sandra Grace. You win a smile from an Englishman. There we go. And do you know what? Let's. There we go. Oh, so again, you can use your imagination of how you think that's going to be really great for engagement. A couple more things whilst we're talking about audience engagement. Again, bringing up these images really does kind of help install your brand and add that level of production that you wouldn't normally get if you were just going live by yourself. But yeah, so what that's really cool is, again, talking to your audience like you're having a conversation. That's important. Making everything nice is important. What I think is really cool as well, I'll show you this. It's one of my favorite features. I'll pop it up here as well, show in stream, is, you know, having different camera angles, changing stuff up a little bit, showing a little bit behind the scenes, different camera angles, multiple cameras. It shows a little bit more. Do you see why? Do you see why I was talking about the thing? I had to move my backdrop over earlier just to make sure that everything was working fine. But yeah, different camera angles are going to help you kind of, again, it tells your story. It lets people see behind the scenes a little bit. But if you wanted to talk about something dramatic, you can use it to kind of, you know, zoom in and have a different point. But those multiple camera angles really do help kind of instill a point. Talking about your studio space or anything else like that. Big fan of that. Yes, that is multiple cameras. All of these different things help you kind of really build that relationship with your audience. And again, yeah, Be.Live really does help you and me create those streams that make it a little bit more interesting as well. So another way you can do that is by kind of adding media, adding slides, adding images that we've just seen. Let me just, not sure how to set that up, Susie. Let me, the camera angles is simple. Literally on the left-hand side, you just click add camera and then you have your second camera there. Put it up wherever you want. You can have multiple cameras on Be.Live. So yeah, that is, trust me, that's just an old video camera that is set up over there. And it just plugs into the back as normal, like you would do a webcam or anything else. You can have those two cameras. Yeah, simple. I've got my normal camera here, second camera over there. They both come in the back on USB. And then literally I've got two cameras down at the bottom here. And I just click on whichever one I want as an asset. Simple as that. Click on that one. Click on that one. So simple. So if you've got a custom, there is a version of RTMP available for groups on the free account. So yes, that is available. I think we discussed this slightly last time. But yes, on the free stuff, you'd be shocked at how much stuff there is on the free account. That is amazing. And Susie, yeah, my pleasure. It is why I'm here. Thank you for your comments as well, Susie. It always does help with the energy of a stream. It's one of the things I like about live streams, when you have this engagement and the kind of gamification of it, is you are having a conversation, you are building that energy up, which is brilliant as well. So let me show you another little video now. And again, I'll show you these things because it helps deliver my point, but then it also shows what we're doing here as well. So here's about adding media to this. So you've seen me have the images on the right hand side of the screen and videos and stuff. So here's a little video that I did about how to add video to your stream. So yeah, left hand side. Now you can see there as well, that camera icon is there. So that's where you add an extra camera. But there we go. Images and videos. Find the video that you want, click on it. It appears at the bottom of the stream in your kind of asset area there. And it's as simple as that, really. It gives you the control as well when you've got it. As I'm doing with these things now, I'm kind of, I can pause it if I want to. I can take the sound out and we're all good to go. Showing stream, click play. And then there's your video. So look at that handsome devil. So that is as simple as that is. And again, I've just done that as we're live now. We're bringing that up on screen and showing you how that's done. It just makes it everything is right here, right in front of you, nice and simple. It's not too complicated. When you're solo streaming, I think it is so important that everything is easy for you and intuitive. Having those assets at the bottom really do help with that as well. So that's another great tool for audience engagement. Another thing that you can do that helps is, and again, for the coaches, if you're a fan of a bit of a PowerPoint presentation, you can add slides to your live stream as well. So I know many of you will have kind of slideshows, PowerPoint presentations already set up for courses and talks and seminars and stuff like that. So let me just show you that as well. This is how you add slides to your live stream. Again, so simple. Everything's on the left-hand side there. Click on that media tab, images and videos, and there it is. It is slides. Click on slides. There's a slide deck there. It's as simple as that. Now, once the slide deck appears into your kind of asset panel at the bottom, you can then click through those slides just with the button here. It keeps it nice and simple. Just to demonstrate that, I'll show you. There's the slide deck there. Get rid of that video. Let me just show you the slide deck. There's the slide deck, and I can just literally click through those slides, nice and simple, as I'm talking about the different things here. It's as simple and as easy as that. You can set that up. You can kind of make it your own, however you want to do it. I just thought I'd show you that for kind of adding PowerPoint presentations. It doesn't just have to be PowerPoint. You can also do it with PDFs as well. So if you've got multiple page PDFs, you can add those as slides. Do you think you'd be able to kind of benefit from that? How could you make that your own, and how could you use that to brand your live stream? I do think that's always interesting to know. Again, adding all these different elements, adding this media, the PowerPoint presentations, as you saw there as well, you can even connect to Facebook and bring your photos and stuff from Facebook. It's just about making those assets so simple during your show. And again, if this is helping you in any way, shape or form, please do let me know in the comment section. It's always interesting to know that. Somebody mentioned earlier about the RTMP. One of the great things with Be.Live, and again about engagement, is we can live stream to multiple destinations. So as I'm talking to you now, we are on a Facebook page, we're in a Facebook group, and we're on YouTube as well. So we can go live in those multiple destinations, and we can go live on LinkedIn, and we can use custom RTMP to go live wherever we want. That's a great thing, because it means you're going live into all of your different audiences and bringing them all in to your community, if that makes sense. Let me know if you're enjoying the stream so far. I'm enjoying myself. So there we go. So that is custom engagement. Another great thing is the different layouts. I really like these because, let me just bring this up here again. At the bottom of my screen, I have different layouts. You can see it on there as well. It means if you've got guests on, you can have a double header here. Let's just, to demonstrate this, let me just do some stuff here. Let's bring this up here as well. Show in stream. So there we go. So if you had a guest up, you could have two like this, but you can have different formats. And again, when we mentioned earlier about having something happening on screen about every 8 seconds or such, having those different formats means you can really enhance that engagement as well. So let me bring up something else here as well. So we could bring up something. So we've got kind of 3 things side by side, which is nice. If you've got 3 people doing talking head stuff, that's great. But you know, let's add some more stuff to this as well. Let's bring up the links. There we go. So we've got stuff here. So now we can really kind of play around with, you know, 4 headers, or you can have something where, this is one of my favorite ones, by the way, is like this. So you've got stuff down the right-hand side of your screen and then the main screen here. So then if you're talking to a client, or if you've got a product that you want to move, you can bring that right into the main screen here and swap things over. And that's done just by dragging and dropping in that bottom panel to get that stuff right up where you need it. So again, I can pop that up on screen here, and I can move those assets around. And so again, think how you could use this in your stream. So you could have different things on these boxes for different parts of your show. So if you've got a kind of meet the makers section, if you've got a product section, all of those different things you can use with those. Hopefully that makes sense. And again, it's another great way of kind of bringing those different layouts. It's good coffee today. That's what it is. Yeah, absolutely. Kind of, yeah. Do you know what? I've been changing the studio around a little bit, and it's such a great feature that adds that level of production that nobody else is doing at the moment. And so when this is happening, you're setting yourself aside from your competitors. So, you know, we are in a competitive market when it comes to coaching, when it comes to business as solopreneurs. So we've got to make ourselves stand out from the crowd. And so the more you can engage your audience, the better that's going to be. And Lala, I would love to say it's me, but it's down to Be.Live. They have the features. I just press a button and I'd like to think it makes me look good. But yeah, so all of those different things really do help. And again, let me just hide these again now. Going through everything. There we go. Look at that. And again, you know, picture in picture. Picture in picture is a great one. If you've got slides or a presentation that's going on, it is a great way of, let's go back into that one. It's a great way of talking about your slides whilst they're going on. And again, another way of kind of really bringing your audience in. So that is utilizing the different layouts. Play around with them. You can play around with them midstream as well, because again, it's showing different stuff happening on screen, which makes your audience go, oh, what is this? And the more production you can add to it, the better it is that makes you look. So yeah, that is cool. Yeah, one of my favorite features as well is that. Guys, here's the most interesting bit of the show. That's the light thing anyway. Q&A. If you've got any questions about live streaming, if you've got any questions about Be.Live, or if you've just got any comments about any kind of tips or tricks that you may need to help enhance your live stream show, then now is the time to get in the comment section and ask those questions. There we go. Because do you know what? That's what this is for. This is here to help you get the best from your live streams. And a lot of these tips, you know, are going to help you in other interactions that you're having online as well. You know, we spoke about branding earlier. A lot of these things are about good customer service, good quality branding, and most importantly, about delivering value to your customers, your clients, your audience. So all of this is enabled through these amazing tools that we have with Be.Live here as well. So yes, whilst we're talking about it, I'm just going to bring up another quick link here as well. That is the link if you want to join up for Be.Live. There is a link in the comment section, which does help there as well. Oh, we've got some questions in here as well. You make it look so easy. Sandra, it is easy if you've got the right tools. A little bit of prep work beforehand makes all the difference. And again, by having the agenda on the side with the teleprompter, that really helps as well. Sandra, you know me. I am all over the place. I am, you know, a bit daft sometimes. But this enables me to kind of have all of my assets in one place, set up the shows and makes it working. That, Sandra, is an amazing comment. Thank you very much. That's kind of what I want to do, to kind of, a lot of people are scared about when it comes to going live and doing all of this stuff, especially if you're not techie. This helps it. And so I like that. Feels a bit overwhelming up until now. Sandra, thank you. There we go. Can someone else run? Sandra. Oh, absolutely. Here's the thing. I forgot to mention that as well. And I didn't, because we're talking about solo streaming, but we have Teams on here. What Teams means is I can set up my studio, or better than that, I can have somebody else set up my studio and run my whole show for me. And all I have to do is stand here and talk and present. The Teams element is probably the newest and my favorite feature. For some of you that watch my other shows, you'll know I have a guy called Producer Dan, if he's Adam. Adam will do some of that for some of the shows that I do, especially ones where I've got to be very hands-on. What's great with that is it means he can run some of the stream, he can add graphics, he can add videos whilst live, all of that's happening. So yeah, absolutely, you can have someone else as a show producer. And because it's so easy to put together, they don't have to be super techy and all anyway. There you go. Lala's answers that. Yes, you can have a co-host who can help run your show. It also means they can help with the kind of downloading the show afterwards, and they get access to those assets. But yeah, up until now, I am not techie. Do I do that for people? I have done that for people. And Sandra, of course, I would do that for you. How do you hire Dan? I always joke, especially in the hypnosis community, I never tell anyone who my photographer is that does my headshots, because he makes me look young. And Producer Dan is locked in a cupboard in the dark, and I don't let him see the light of day, because he is such a great guy, and I wouldn't want him to know how good he is. But yeah, Sandra, let's talk about live streaming at Hypno Thoughts in a few weeks' time. And yeah, absolutely. You're awesome anyway, Sandra. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments, then we'll go on. But guys, here's the thing as well. Every week, every month, there is loads of live streams on Be.Live. There's also a great blog feature that we mentioned earlier. Here's the thing. This is how much they blog. I put up a graphic for this week's blog, the latest blog, and they've already released another great blog on the start of live streaming since I kind of created the assets for this show as well. If you're on the Be.Livers group, the Be.Livers group is a really great community where there's lots of people in there, experts that have been streaming for years that will give you tips and advice. It's always a great place to find, you know, inspiration for your studio setup, for cameras, for any of those types of things. But do keep your eye out on that as well. Always check out the Facebook page because you will always find live streams from both myself, from KN, and many other experts in the live streaming community. Live streaming has been fantastic for me, and I know it will be fantastic for you there as well. Let me just quickly finally pop up this quick link to Be.Live. There it is. And again, there is the link. Simple as that. You'll find links there to come up to the latest blog post as well. Check out that blog. Lots of valuable information to help you on your live streaming journey. My name has been Grant Saunders. Thank you very much for joining me on this stream. I've really enjoyed myself. It's been great to see so many friendly faces. If you have found any value in this show whatsoever, then please feed my ego. Give me an applause emoji in the comment section. Otherwise, take care and I shall see you soon. Happy streaming.